Hello, my brother. Got a great question I've been asking myself, and I'm going to ask you today. It's an honor to share the journey with you. We're all in this together. Ask the question, where am I going? And basically, it comes down to this: how did I get here, and what will happen if I keep going? You think about times in life where we stop to ask a great question and we pause because we often don't take the time to do that. And yet you think, okay, well, if I don't address my health, what'll it look like in 5 years? If I don't have the tough conversation I know I need to with my spouse or significant other, I'm not going to have the marriage I want to have. But we get sort of stuck in the day-to-day, the one step in front of each other without looking up to the horizon to see where's this path taking us. You know, I think about in my own life, I had just that moment when I had that wake-up call. You know, I saw that picture of myself as this very obese man. And I realized, first of all, I had to ask the question, how did I get here? And then, what if I just keep doing what I'm doing? Where will I be in 5 years? It's not about beating ourselves up. It's about giving a gift to our future self. If you think 5 years in the past and you realize who you were then, what age you were, where you were in life, there's so many things you can be grateful for. You're probably making more money, probably in a better situation than 5 years ago, certainly have more life experience, hope smarter. But you think too, if we pause and look at the areas of our life, where are we right now and how did we get here? So where are we? Let's take that assessment. Where are you in terms of your health? Where are you in terms of your satisfaction with life? To what degree can you say, I love my life? You know, and if you can't, okay, why not? What pieces aren't fitting there? And then it helps to say, well, what was I doing to get myself where I am now? And it's not about criticizing ourselves. I love what Dr. Glover always teaches about being the non-judgmental observer of yourself. Just look back and go, okay, well, if a guy got here, what did it take? What were the habits? What were the things that maybe I ignored? Maybe things I just felt too lazy to get involved in? And whether it's advancement in career, the opportunity to start a business we knew we should have, or whether it's to learn how to be more of a social animal, to be able to interact with people and be comfortable to interact with people in life, because that's where the juice of life is. And certainly if you're single, that's where the women you're trying to meet, is to be comfortable interacting with them. Why haven't you learned the skills? What's got you here? I remember when I saw that picture of myself as a very obese man, and I realized what got me there was self-indulgence. I just decided I would treat myself to whatever I wanted. I felt like I deserved it. I work hard, right? And we give ourselves that excuse, but then look at the results. Now, it was interesting because it wasn't just the fact that I decided I needed to take a different path. I also had to change my identity. I also had to change my identity as being this person who gives in to self-indulgence, to being what I just decided to call myself as a bodybuilder. And once I said I am a bodybuilder, even though I was still that fat, obese man who doctors told me I had probably 5 years to go before I'd have a major incident in my life, such as a heart attack or a stroke, I had to see myself even in that moment as a bodybuilder, because then it makes it easier to say, well, I make decisions based on who I am. And everything in your psychology will fight to support your belief of who you are. So now that I believed I was a bodybuilder, then I just behaved as bodybuilders do. I got up in the morning, just had my oatmeal, my protein drink, and I went to the gym. When I got back, I had another protein drink, had just fruits and nuts during the day, and then one solid meal of just meat and vegetables for dinner. Drank my 3 liters of water, and the results produced what I wanted. So now the future self looks back to that person 10 years ago, and I say, thank you. And so really that's the trick. Can we get to that place where we can do things now that our future self will thank us for? So let's just do that analysis really quickly. Very simply, stop and ask the question, non-judgmentally. And often we don't even look because we are judgmental. We criticize ourselves. We don't want to look at it because it feels harsh and painful. What if you just took all that emotion out of it and just looked at it? Okay, yeah, I indulgently gave in to eating donuts and all these other things that were part of my life. I had a view that I don't have time to go to the gym. I had a view that that's what other people do. Well, once I decided this is who I am, then that's what I did. You can make the same decision in dating. I'm a person who's very comfortable interacting with women, and it's fun for me. How can you learn that then to fit the model of becoming the person you now are proclaiming yourself to be? If you want to say, I have a great, loving, passionate relationship with my wife, what does it take to fulfill that? If you want to say, I advance myself in career and make more money, what does it take to do that? And so the first thing is to look at where you are and have that harsh reality. If I don't change, what will I look like in 5 years from now? Just continuing on the same path. And then you have the wake-up call to say, okay, then let's change not only what we do, but our identity. So our future self will thank us. What is one thing you could do right now to shift your identity to become a different person, the one that you know you should be, and just adopt that identity and start living and behaving that way and get the skills, the training, whatever else you need? This is part of what, I'll take a brief commercial break here. This is what we need with each other as men. We need other men to sharpen us. We need to see that we're not the only ones. We need to understand there's a sense of where I'm doing this with other men, I feel accountable to them and I live into it. This is where the Armory comes in. And the Armory is just a growing community of guys who want to build themselves to be battle ready for life. It's a higher calling. It's something that says, I'm going to become that person. And in the Armory right now already, you have access to the free course that I created in studio, all 8 sessions with the worksheets called the Armory. And it goes into building vision, mental strength, eliminating weakness, leadership, many other aspects that you would need. You can start right now today. Just go to tinyurl.com/jointhearmory. tinyurl.com/jointhearmory and be part of us today. It's only $27 a month. You can cancel at any time. You can get the value of those things right now, including all the other benefits that come along with that. You'll see on the page when you go there. To wrap this up, I want to tell you this. I believe in you, and you need to believe in you. All it takes is a decision to say, this is the person I'm going to be, and start living it out. Even if it's not comfortable, even if you're not that person now, making the decision that's who you want to be, you will begin to walk the path, learn what you need to do, and indulge in the disciplines that go along with that naturally, because that's who you are. I love you, my brother. We all need each other, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next one.